Want to cross the bridge, Daddy? Do we have to pay the toll too? Who too? What if we want to cross the bridge, Daddy? Do we have to pay the toll too? Who too?
Sinfred, get your floppy ass back here!
What have you got stashed in here, Mrs. Cottontail?
Such legs she has.
Howdy. Lovely day for a romp through the forest, ain't it? Ha! Like hell. Goblins round here swarm as thick as flies round my cattle's asses. Put an axe in my bodyguard's face, one of them did. Right where his big drunken nose used to be. So, you wish to partake in a polite little parley about our respective prospects, purposes, and expectations in life, do you? Rotten, cotton-picking nonsense, that. I'm Roy. I'm in the animal trade. And instead of knocking back cheap rye in Silver Glen, I'm stuck in a friggin' forest surrounded by totem-worshipping savages that want to use my privates for target practice. There, now you know it all. Aye, my latest set of merchandise. Joy to herd 'em, that lot, until they crap all over your shoes, that is. Won't cost me fortunes on bootblack's wages much longer, though. Bought him for cheap from Berkshire back in the city, and I'm about to sell him dearly indeed in sacred stone. Full of lunatics, that place, or so I've been told. They'll slice these beasts from ear to ear the moment they can get their hands on them. Use the blood in rituals or some such. Lunatics, right? Madman. Must you? Donnie. Bah, some thug from Seal he was. All balls, no brains, you know. Perfect set of qualities to lead me past them zombies, I figured. Figured right, I did, until we met them goblins. Now, you can have balls bigger than that bull over there, but it takes a fair bit of wit and cunning to beat a goblin at the hunting game. And Donnie, I tell you, the simple soul would have believed you if you told him eggs grow on eggplants. Not but your typical mining settlement is Silver Glen. You know the kind. Rough and tumble shacks, rough and tumble workfolk, and a handful of women that let their petticoats drop to the floor the moment they see a shiny coin between your fingers. No kidding. Ferocious as a hungry mountain lion, that lot, with swords and spears for talons. Donnie and I must have adventured too far north. I'm just gonna hang low until I can no longer smell him, and then I'll make a dash for it. Without an escort this time. Oh, you'll provide protection, will ya? Be my paladin, my knight in shining armor. Like hell you will. You with your fancy weapons and armor, you rattle like a gypsy's wagon. Every damn goblin between here and the friggin' moon'll hear us coming. No, I'll get out of here soon enough by my God's damn self.
Hey,
You may be too tough and wiry to be
How
eaten,
about
but
we
I'm as
hit
soft
for the
and
news,
tender as a
folks?
newborn calf, thank you very much, which is something I do not intend to share with a famished goblin or any other carnivorous creature.
How now, brown cow? Donnie would have been in stitches had he heard that.
My Doreen, That derriere is driving me dotty.
A shiny day to you. Delighted to make your acquaintance. Your interest in my modest person truly flatters me. My name is Doreen, and this is my husband, my flame, my love, my Valentine, Maurice. Oh, Maurice, darling, do be quiet. He never bothered to master the human tongue, you see, and is therefore wholly incapable of indulging in this delightful conversation.
Moo?
Yes, that'll do, Maurice. Oh, he's just so excited, don't you know, as am I, to go to the golden pastures of Silver Glen. Roy, our owner, has been going on and on about how all of us will soon be in a better place indeed. Your interest in my modest person truly flatters me. My name is Oh, Maurice, darling. Yes, that'll do, Dear me. Slaughter. Blood. This cannot be. We must do something. Maurice, darling, do something. Bit late for that, innit? Trust you to raise a moot point, Maurice. Oh, kind human, have mercy on us poor animals. Deliver us from certain death in horrid Silver Glen.
Head for the hills, mates. This Roy's a cad.
Ahoy, traveller. Let me salute you with true ovine spirit. Welcome. I'm Bruce, ram, roamer, and reveller. Revel in what you ask. The beauty that is Dory. That is this sweet, nay, this cherubic cow. The cutest of her kind ever to have moved. Why, yes. Do tell me, have you ever beheld a bovine belle as elegant as her? No, for such a cow does not exist. Would that I could partake in the privilege that boar of a bull enjoys. How cute and woolly her offspring would be. Even lambs on a lavender eiderdown. Tell me it isn't true. Am I to go like a sheep to the... Well, you know the hard freeze. Please, help me.
Sup, mate? I'm Timford, mate. Badass buck. Wood?
You cows smell
Say what?
something.
I ain't joining that party, mate. I'm off. Cheers and peace out. You'll want, but I'm not interested.
Get
Later.
back here, you damn rabbit. Son of a bat out of hell. Get out now, brown cow. Donnie would have been in
Dear
stitches
gods,
if he
I can
heard
picture
that.
it now. Humans with knives the size of swords. We're doomed, Maurice. Doomed.
Toasty!
Oh, you always say the sweetest
Out
things.
now,
But you
brown
may skewer
cow.
one of them with your horns,
Donnie would have
perhaps
been
even
in
as much as
stitches if
5.
he heard that.
In the end, you can't skewer them all.
Oh dear!
Poor Maurice.
Oh dear!
Well. The wee wabbit went away, eh? How wonderful. Blast your eyes. That cursed coney would have fetched me a pretty penny if it weren't for your meddling. What? You're soft of heart, are you? The poor dears shouldn't be... Seriously, shut it. You think I risk life and limb for a bit of beef and mutton? Either you pay me in gold, or you leave me alone before all this chatter attracts the damn goblins. There's certainly something to be said for that. Risk my life for a rabbit and such? Madness. I'm out of here. Solo.
In the end, you can't skewer them all. Poor Maurice. We're doomed.
Moo!
The the hero of the hour, nay, the century. How agree, my champion, I am in your debt. Maurice and I are infinitely grateful. May neither thine horns nor thine udders ever wither.
Moo?
Well said, my dear Maurice. Well spoken indeed. But what shall we do next? We can hardly travel with you, now can we, kind? Perhaps we could seek those legendary pastures that nasty creature of a Roy described. They may well be real, for a man such as he hasn't the imagination to dream up such a lovely place. Though perhaps it is safer and more convenient simply to return to Sisale.
Follow your dream, I say. Seek those pastures.
Agreed. May you find your paradise.
Yes, I had hoped you would say that. Oh, this is dizzyingly exciting. Maurice Dumpling, let us embark on a thrilling adventure forthwith.
Moo!
Stand back, puny human, or I shall sear you with the eternal flames of the mighty Drog. Fear the wind of my wings, quiver before the might of my razored talons. Blasphemy! Do your imperfect eyes fail to recognize my true nature? A rabbit I may be without, but a dragon I remain within. Even an eternal creature of legend and myth needs a vacation from the limelight now and then. Sometimes it does one good to hop about among the clover without one's every waking moment remembered in song and story. Be gone, weakling!
Sigurd's feared I've been slow.
I can only hope this might be a magpie's nest.
Now, Brachus Rex. Quickly, before my audience disperses. I can't seem to convince Mrs. Hollingsworth there to choose a tale. Would you mind doing us all the honor? I'd be harrowed to sing to you of Brachus Rex, the last Source King. Delighted to sing of Astarte, the fallen goddess of the Source. Terrified to tell you of Babe Oape, the Hag of Death.
A storyteller.
Oh, very sorry. I shouldn't laugh. It's just next God's Day is going to be very eventful for the likes of you. Profess? Hardly. Who can stand those dried-up old windbags with their podiums and their gavels and their big curly wigs? Wait, what were we talking about? Ah, yes, Source Hunter. I do not profess to see the future. I simply do. I am the knower of secrets, the conveyor of fates, and have been since the age of 2. I'll have roasted rabbit for supper next week. My firstborn, Charlio, will arrive on a clear-skied afternoon, and in 7 years' time I'll inherit a pouch of gold as big as a dragon's egg. All this assuming, of course, you do not fail in your mission. Well, certainly not the whole story, if I'm perfectly honest. A rare event, indeed. Some threads are missing from this particular cat's cradle, but I've worked out the major details. It seems, Source Hunter, that the fate of all of us mere mortals rests squarely in your hands. The truth is a grande dame, Source Hunter. I'm sure your jumpy, impish friend would quite agree with me on that point. And I'd like the voices in my head to quit their mewling, but they insist to me as I'll insist to you. Money talks. 6 secrets I may have for you, Source Hunter, granted you can pay the price. I seem to have found a little something in which you might take some interest, Source Hunter. Hand me your map, and I'll show you just where to set your digging machine. We're old friends by now, aren't we, Source Hunter? Believe me when I say that the object at this particular location will tickle your fancy till it begs for mercy. Come, give me your map and I'll put a big red X exactly where you ought to look.
At mother, father, sister.
That depends. How much have you got? Choose carefully, Source Hunter, for I can only consult the heavens for you a single time. One mustn't become too greedy regarding fate. No. A glut of foresight can drive one rather batty indeed. Ah, I see you place no small value on the opinions of the stars. Very well. Let us see what the cosmos has in store for you, Source Hunter. I see. Oh heavens, my word, it is he! I see you standing before him, cowed in his magnificence, and he's simply beautiful. But you face him with your weapon raised. You demand he release what he's captured. My eyes, Source Hunter. I cannot bear to look at him any longer. No. He dives toward you. Oh, he's terrible. He's beautiful. He's... Enough. Away from here. Away. Who are you to bring such terror into my humble camp? Away! No!
Waiting.
Think she sees the future, does she?
Amazing.
Think she'll see it coming if I slap her upside her empty head?
Your temper is so like mother's, my daughter. I sometimes feel she is here with us.
And children that would surely shriek if they saw her. Closer she drew as the councillor's breath rattled. Forward she bent, her ear to his cracked mouth. The smell of death hung just beneath his breath, waiting to consume him. The hag grinned. She tingled. She brought out her vial. She tipped it close, and the room's guests gasped, and the councillor's death rattled. Babe Oape poured, and poured, and poured. He is mine, she shrieked, her charm collapsing. Every mourner gasped, leapt from grief to terror, and shrunk away from the grief of she danced and as she did, the councillor stirred, dead.
I need hastening! Out at hate!
Vincent Dugongs, you nearly startled me out of my boots. Well, you've got my attention, comrade. The very same, comrade. It's a blessing he didn't recognize me. I don't think I could have faced him. I'm sorry you had to hear that. The last thing I'd hoped to do on this journey was disappoint you. But my past screams louder than a parrot with its tail on fire. So many I failed. So many in such pain because of me.
Did someone leave an oven door open?
I shall now sing the story of Astarte, revered goddess of the source. Oh, how mighty, yet oh, how fallen. Astarte was born of the godflower soon after the coming of light. She shot up like a weed, and within a week of her birth, Source had formed inside her. A strange thing happened then, and everything that lived felt better. Strange, yes, dear listener.
Oh, do you hear it, friend? The forest music hums, buzzes, falls and rises like waves, like starlight through the atmosphere. Imagination, friend. It's imagination that transforms this music into the surreal. Perhaps my music can help you unlock your dreams. Perhaps one of my compositions could add some modicum of joy to your life. A portentous melody, yes. Listen closely, and perhaps you'll see your own future within its fugues.
It was soon spotted by doom, and its days were quickly numbered on doom's dreadful fingers. In time, as must everyone, Astarte faltered. How she fell and why we know not, but we know that suddenly Source was changed. Those who would heal had to kill to do it. Those who attempted to meditate upon Source, those who...
Great on bread.
this place? This pit that lies to the north. It is a rift of chaos, an epicenter of a time and space-devouring force. Void demons are besetting Rivellon, and the storms of chaos are shuddering through our own dear homestead. Demons creep through the rift. They must all be destroyed. Not just any demons. Void demons. They are impervious to attacks with weapons or magic that any creature of this world can muster. But they have one weakness. For their simmering presence has permeated this area through and through for a long time. Tenebrium, that is the answer. The black ore that is dark as the void itself. Arm yourself with this foul material, and you shall be able to shred their bloodstone that controls their portal. The rift is the portal through which the demons seep. There is blood magic at work here, and he who says blood magic says immaculates. A bloodstone fuels the rift. Obliterate it, and the rift shall close. I've scouted ahead a bit and seen that 3 paths, or what passes for paths, lead to the center of the wasteland that lies before you. To the left is an encampment of immaculates. Yes, they're but immaculates, but their weapons look sharp as shark's teeth. So don't barge in like cats at a dog's wedding. The central path is a big no-no too, brimming with demons. I really wouldn't recommend it. Which leaves the right path, which may not be the right path at all, for it is deceptively calm along its trail and positively overflowing with magma. So basically I can offer you 3 options, all of them as appetizing as pig feed. And yet you'll have to swallow your portion whole. If not, the end of time will be swept into the void, and Rivellon with it. They exist beyond the normal continuum of time. They are here, and they are sweeping through the winds of chaos at the end of ages, shredding what they find. Unless they are defeated, your home away from home shall sink into the maelstrom of oblivion, piece by piece. Do what you can, my friend. Do not falter. All depends on your prowess, and our homestead won't grow an inch until you've solved this dire matter.
Southeast to Hunter's Edge, north to Incomparable Suffering. Well then.
Southeast it is, for now at least.
By the looks of things, it seems we're heading towards Hunter's Edge, the town where I was stationed before I met you lot. Before we get there, you should know the whole yarn. What I saw there, why I fled. Yes, comrade, I fled a coward bearing the insignia of a sauce hunter. I think so, comrade. Even though you might never look at me the same way, I hope I won't lose you as compatriots. We, the villagers and myself, were corralled in the town square. The orcish queen sauntered into the middle, proud of the chaos she'd created. She screamed if we knew why they had come. Slowly, she approached me and leaned close, her hot, foul breath like fire on my face. With one hand, she clasped my throat. With the other, she reached into my pocket and pulled out the gem I'd taken from the orcs I'd killed earlier that day. I was a thief, she said. I'd taken something dear to her, and I had earned punishment. I thought she'd destroy me right then and there, but she did something worse. That's right, comrade, and I was soon to find out why. She brought forth one of her soldiers, a larger orc I'd never seen, and he was covered in black, gleaming armor. She placed the stone in his chest plate, and something happened. He transformed into something I'll never forget. She made me watch as she sent villager after villager before the great transformed beast. He crushed them all, one by one, each more gruesomely than the last. He seemed to revel in the work. I could do nothing, comrade. I couldn't save them. I couldn't help them. I could only watch. Don't you see it's already over? Don't you see it's too late? These orcs weren't out for riches or land. They only came for blood. No. All that's left in Hunter's Edge is a debt to be paid, comrade. And I intend to collect it.
I feel like I've just had a long bath in a cold lake.
Oh there. A word of warning, wanderer, afore you continue on your merry way. See these corpses here? Be a good fellow and take them as a hint that this town isn't the pastoral little paradise it once was. Ah. orcs and humans both have taken Hunter's Edge. Its villagers are now slaves in the mines to the west, or they've been bled dry of their last drop of life, reduced to mere fuel that must light the wicked candle that is Bloodstone. Long as you live in the limbo between coming and going, though, why not have a look at what I have to sell? You'd be surprised to see what a scouring skeleton can gather together in a dying town. Yeah! Well, don't go round angering Immaculates if you want to keep your vitals intact. Though perhaps it won't be very long before they have a stab at one another's vitals instead. I have the feeling there's trouble brewing between the orcs and the humans in there, and who can blame 'em really? Just ain't natural for 'em to consort, I say. Only good orc... Well, you know how the phrase goes. Can't say I remember who I was before the change came over me, but these days I'm a travelling trader of sorts. There's an immaculate necromancer in the village ahead. She's the one who brought me back from, well, wherever I was. She's an especially bright one, you know. Most necromancers can only revive a dead corpse into an animated one, but she manages to yank back some semblance of consciousness too. I don't remember much, but the thrill of trade certainly calls to me. Maybe I was a merchant in my former life, who knows? These days, most undead are busy haunting Syceal or picking the way in the Lucula mines. But I keep a low profile and stay out of sight. Haven't been bothered by an immaculate yet, and I hope to keep it that way. I know the weapons of which you speak. I've even hidden away a piece of one myself. I had planned to pass it down to my son, but... or maybe you could make better use of it now?
Meow.
Burnt, ruptured, trampled. Ugh. To think I could have made a fortune selling all of these to a whimsical taxidermist.
Meow. Meow.
I wonder what the orcs want with all this boat. Make a chandelier, most like. And a very ostentatious one. My, you're still alive. Way to beat the odds, Wanderer.
Meow. 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 Meow.
Hey, you! Come on,
Baking like a
time's a
cake.
wasting. Meow!
I hope your quest fares well, dear hunter.
Come on, time's a wasting.
Ah, yes, that was a small fib on my part, I'm afraid. Zandalore is known as the Keeper of the Source, after all. And I didn't know how Source hunters would react to my association with such a colorful character.
False alarm. Just a few yards of intestine.
Hey, you! Come on, time's a wasting. Hey, you! Come on.
I'm watching on with weary eyes how the Immaculates strike again. They've gone from shedding blood among their own to recruiting orcs and cutthroats to do it for them. From what I can tell, the village of Hunter's Edge is this cult's most wretched victim. It was once a quiet sort of village. Families and small-time merchants mostly. Recently, it was targeted by a tribe of orcs waving the Immaculate banner. Their leader, Grutilda, is known far and wide for her cruelty and cunning. She oversaw the murder of countless villagers and used their blood to fuel a great number of bloodstones. Once they were dead, they were reanimated as undead corpses and sent to work in the mines of Lucula. By order of Leandra, the orcs were joined by a tribe of humans from the northern peaks of Tanneroth. A band of male warriors are they, and they devote allegiance to their leader, Jarl. Jarl arrived with his own formidable supply of bloodstones, which means his tribe has been operating under directions from the conduit for some time. Where once they ransacked for base pleasure and material gain, now they do it by the will of the goddess. These are far from the blindly devoted Immaculates of Silverglen, however. The orcs and the humans here alternate between bitter fighting and hostile peace. Personally, I believe they're best exploited through their rivalry. Get them to fight each other, and you can stand on the sidelines and warm yourself upon the flames. He has a residence at the far end of town. Though I have my doubts he's having people over for tea now that the Immaculates have landed. Know that Zandalore is wily, so beware. If a wizard doesn't want you in his home, you'll know it. Pity the intruder that heedlessly tries to waltz his way into that dwelling. Nevertheless, his house is the very place you'll want to search. The accumulated knowledge stored there is quite phenomenal, and beyond a doubt, one of Leandra's most urgent pursuits.
Hey, you! Come on, time's a wasting. 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 Hey, you! Come on, time's a wasting.
Now I missed my nose. Must smell like delicious spit roast round here.
Hey, you! Come on, time's a wasting. Hey, you! Come on, time's a waste.
You can speak. You don't look like a tribesman or orc, but I suppose I can't be certain. Then again, I've never heard of a dark soul gifted with the speech of the wild.
Jinxica is my name, and until recently I lived a placid sort of life among the people of Hunter's Edge. The baker might leave me a bit of milk left over from this breakfast. The barkeep stroked my back between filling glasses. I had many friends here, but none so dear as a little trio. A married pair and their daughter, employed by the wizard to keep his home. They spent many long hours squashing fleas that plagued me and shared their warm beds with me each night. If you come to this village to help and not to harm, you might be able to save those 3 kind souls from the orcs that have invaded. Ugh, such misery in our sad town. A kind but private man he is. He set up his home here several years ago, but never remained there long enough before jetting off to tend to some matter or other. The Dark Invaders seem very interested in him indeed. They've been skulking around outside the house since they arrived, but not even one of their filthy vermin can penetrate the wizard's protective enchantments. Would that an invasion were all! They destroyed every crumb of life they could find and sent their filthy rats to seek out those who evaded them. Each life they took infused their strange stones with power. Their queen glowed with delight as a parade of victims were slain before her. It was as though she was taking in a beautiful song. The human tribe came shortly after. They had their own supply of the glowing stones, and the Orc Queen took no easy liking to them. Still, it seems they are working towards some similar goal. They haven't destroyed one another. Yet. They've survived this carnage so far by concealing themselves most cleverly. I've done my best to guard their hiding place from the slime-bellied rats attempting to sniff them out. But I fear my efforts aren't enough. Until the village has been rid of vermin, those 3 sweet souls may be found at any time. Savages by savages employed. The orcs have one among them. The rat catcher, they call him, who claims to have trained rats to do his bidding. They've swarmed the place in search of hidden villagers, and unless every last one of them is split from tail to snout, they're sure to find my friends. But you're not like the brutes inside those walls. No, you approached me with hand, not boot, outstretched. Perhaps you could help me. With these rats running about, it's only a matter of time before my friends are caught. They must be squashed, every last one of them. I've done my best so far, but there are simply too many for one set of claws to handle. With your help, though, with your help, it could be done. The rats gone, my friends safe. Oh, that bothersome old Tom. No, he and I are hardly friendly, much less friends. I've much more important things on my mind than him and his incessant pestering. I can slip through these walls as I please, but you'll need to find your own way into the village. And remember, my friend, kill every last rat you find, or 3 dear souls will be lost.
Now I missed my nose. Must smell like delicious spit roast around here.
I need to dry
I
off.
prefer to drown my sorrows in ale.
The orcs want with all this boat. Make a chandelier, most like. And a very ostentatious one it'll be.
It seems we've already harvested the last of the ripe barley. It seems we've already harvested the last of the ripe barley. It seems we've already harvested the last of the ripe barley. Baking like a cake. I feel like I've just had a long bath in a cold lake.
keep you safe.
Justice at last for my darling. Oh, since we avenge him, I will, how you say, slip like smooth for rest of my days. Soon we will return to homeland and throw great party in Ben's honor and yours. Oh, my knight in shining garter. Take whatever you like from shop.
by goblins.
Can someone leave an oven door open?
Toasty!
Sakes alive! Are you real? My mind is turning with illusions. The spiders, it couldn't have been, could it? My companions, is it too late? There's cobwebs behind my eyes, coming out of my ears. Am I mad? No, impossible. I'm clearer now than I have been in days. Of that much I am certain. The Spider Queen, it was she who poisoned us. She who would see her spawn gnaw off our limbs while we cried tears of thankful devotion. Yes, I can nearly remember. We're travellers, you see. Traders and merchants, ever en route from village to town. We'd heard these dusty plains would find us face to face with goblins, but this deterred us not. But the high winds proved too great for travel, and so we made an early camp that first night. As the sun disappeared below the horizon, the plains grew still, hauntingly still. We felt it in our stomachs, the unreality of it. Suddenly, as though she had appeared in a thunderclap, she was there among us. None so much as fathomed the word escape before she'd stung us. But we did not die, no. Her bite was not a poison of death, but of dreams. Within minutes, each of us had succumbed. Hail to the Queen! The refrain sounded over and over, first in our minds, then from our very mouths.
By the goddess, hold your step! You are treading the ground of immaculates. Be gone from here! March!
The walk paradise and the knowledge of immortality.
I would recognize reinforcements when I see them, just like I recognize trespassers. And know this, trespasser, we attack on sight.
Comrades, we are all exalted above all others.
God's leash this angel from my blood.
I'm on fire!
Back on my feet again.
God, teach this evil from my blood! Got you right where I want.
My heart beats too slowly to sustain me.
No armor can protect you from these arrows!
See the white light.
A little help here!
I'm fading. Fast.
Did someone leave an oven door open?
Going
this
nowhere.
sluggishness.
Slowly.
Baking like a cake. Wait for me!
Dear me, dear me, dear me, it is happening! The void, the darkness, dear me! There's this place, this pit that lies to the north. It is a rift of chaos, an epicenter. Demons creep through the rift. They not just any tenebrium. That is the rift. I've scouted ahead of it to the left. The central path, which leaves the. So basically, I can offer you 3. They exist beyond. Do what you can. By the goddess, hold your step! You are treading the ground of immaculates. Be gone from here! I would recognize reinforcements when I...
Poison consumes me.
I'm dying. does it.
opens to welcome you.
Sweet relief!